They have just tried to bar President Trump from the Colorado ballot using an unconstitutional maneuver that is a bastardization of the 14th Amendment to our U.S. Constitution. This was a provision, Section 3, that was designed to bar Confederate members, people who switched to the Confederacy, from actually being able to serve. That's very different than what's at issue here, to say the least. I pledge to withdraw from the Colorado GOP primary ballot unless and until Trump's name is restored. And I demand that Ron DeSantis and Christie and Nikki Haley do the same thing, or else these Republicans are simply complicit in this unconstitutional attack on the way we conduct our constitutional republic.
Okay, we will get to his continuing efforts to lick Donald Trump's boots in just a sec. But first, I just want to say, for a guy who's tried to brand himself as like the intellectual in the group or whatever, he doesn't even understand what the argument against Colorado is here. You could take up, did he actually engage in an insurrection? I think that's an open question. Does Section 3 actually apply to the president? No, he says, forget all that stuff. I don't understand any of that. It was intended to be against like people in the Civil War. Like the things you can debate are already abstract. Now you're gonna go to pure intent of the amendment? That's not even a conservative position to take, but he doesn't even understand what's going on. So please do not accept that, just like Ben Shapiro, the fact that he talks super fast means that he knows what's actually going on. But what he does understand that is going on is that his role in this race is not to defeat Donald Trump, it's to assist Donald Trump. It always has been, and that remains his role, because now he's saying, even though, again, this is on hold, Donald Trump is still on the Colorado ballot in the Republican primary and will likely never be taken off of it because the Supreme Court within a month is gonna rule. But he has to immediately jump out and say, I'm gonna cast myself into a volcano for Donald Trump. And if Nikki Haley isn't jumping into the magma along with me, then she's a rhino. Rayyvana, what do you think?
Well, John, I thought he made a really good argument. He said the word constitution and constitutional a lot in that statement. So clearly he knows what he's right. So he's got to know what he's talking about. I'll just add that he is in protest taking himself off of the primary ballot, despite the fact that the primaries are run by the party. It's not the same entity that runs the general election. It's got nothing to do, it's not the same thing at all. So like, we're active protest is just him bowing down to Donald Trump. That's it.
Yeah. And by the way, the Colorado GOP is already saying that they will literally change over to a caucus to get around this if they have to. Again, because just like Ramaswamy, the entire institutional Republican Party in the state is just there to give Donald Trump what he needs. But anyway, by the way, I'm trying to find right now, do they have polling for the Republican side in Colorado? Like, as if Ramaswamy is like, no, dude, don't take yourself off. You might win this thing. Like, dude's probably polling at 3%, and he's like, I will sacrifice myself. Yeah, okay, and I'll take myself off the Democratic thing in California. Really sacrificing a lot there. Anyway, obviously there's gonna be a big story going forward, particularly this week. We will continue to track it. Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.